Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. நைந்தழி கனியா நலநிலை பதத்தில் நாடி உட்கொள்ளலம் அருணாச்சலா. நொந்திடாதுன்றனை தந்தனை கொண்டிலே அந்தகனீயன கருணாச்சலா. நோக்கியே கருதிமை தாக்கிய பக்குவம் ஆக்கினியாண்டருள் அருணாச்சலா. பற்றி மால்விஷம் தலை உற்றிரு முனமருள் பற்றிடருள் புரி அருணாச்சலா. பார்த்தருண் மாலர பார்த்திலையனினருள் பாருனக்கார் சொல்வர் அருணாச்சலா. பித்து விட்டுனை நேர் பித்தனாக்கினையருள் பித்தம் தெளி மருந்தருணாச்சலா. பீதியில் உனை பீதியில் என்னை சேர் பீதி உந்தனக்கேன் அருணாச்சலா. புல்லறிவே தூரை நல்லறிவே தூரை புல்லிடவே அருள் அருணாச்சலா. பூமணமாமனம் பூரணமணம் கொள பூரணமணமருள் அருணாச்சலா. பெயர் நினைத்திடவே பிடித்திழுத்தனையும் பெருமையார் அறிவார் அருணாச்சலா. பேய்த்தனம் விடவிடா பேயா பிடித்தென்னை பேயனாக்கினையன் அருணாச்சலா. பைங்கொடியானான் பற்றின்றி வாடாமல் பற்று கோடாய் அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. பொடியான் மயக்கியன் போதத்தை பறித்து உன் போதத்தை காட்டினை அருணாச்சலா. போக்கும் வரவுமில் பொதுவெளியினில் அருள் போராட்டங்காட்டருணாச்சலா. பௌதிகமாமுடல் பற்றற்று நாளு முன் பவிசு கண்டுரவருள் அருணாச்சலா. மலை மருந்திட நீ மலைத்திடவோ அருள் மலை மருந்தாயொளிர் அருணாச்சலா. மானம் கொண்டுருபவர் மானத்தை அழித்த பீமானமில்லாதொளிர் அருணாச்சலா. மிஞ்சிடில் கெஞ்சிடும் கொஞ்சவரிவனியான் அஞ்சியாதருளெனை அருணாச்சலா மீகாமல் இல்லாமல் மா காற்றலை கலம் ஆகாமல் காத்தருள் அருணாச்சலா முடியடி காணா முடிவிடத்தனை நேர் முடிவிட கடனிலை அருணாச்சலா மூக்கிலன் முன்காட்டு முகுரமகாதனை தூக்கியணைந்தருள் அருணாச்சலா மெய்யகத்தின் மனமென் மலரணையில் நாம் மெய் கலந்திடவருள் அருணாச்சலா மேன்மேற்றாழ்ந்திடும் மெல்லியர் சேர்ந்து நீ மேன்மையுற்றனை என் அருணாச்சலா மைமய நீத்தருள் மையினால் உனதுன் மை வசமாக்கினை அருணாச்சலா அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா
परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परमर्षिभ्यः हरिः ओम् उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाकिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्या जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षमक्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यमाद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तं विद्राविताशेषतमोगणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्य मायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महान् तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात् कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् अविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु श्रुत्यर्थगोचरं वन्दे वाच्यार्थानामगोचरं लक्ष्यार्थवपुषं वन्दे शङ्करं देशिकं गुरुम् अपारसच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचला மெய்யகத்தின் மன மென்மலர் அணையில் நாம் மெய்கலந்திட அருள் அருணாச்சல மேன்மேல் தாழ்ந்திடும் மெல்லியர் சேர்ந்தினி மேன்மை உற்றனை என் அருணாச்சல. The true devotees, Bhagavan referred to them as mellier, very tender, very soft people. Because of them, Arunachala, you attained great spiritual glory. So here Bhagavan says, the greatness of Arunachala is the greatness of devotees. And how are the devotees? Main male taalundidum. Again and again, whatever may happen, they bow down. They don't assert. They are very humble devotees. Such devotees are Arunachala's gems. Ganeshana, when he wrote his book, he wrote about them as the boulder and rocks of Arunachala. Arunachala is made of so many boulders and rocks. But a boulder and rock is very hard. Here Bhagavan refers it as very soft. And in Bhakti Shastra they say a bhakta is harder than a diamond and softer than a flower. Vajradapi kathorani mriduni kusumadapi. Kusuma means flower. Mriduni kusumadapi means more softer than a flower. But Vajradapi kathorani, more hard than a Vajra means diamond. Very hard material. In what aspect they are hard? They are very hard in renunciation, in ignoring, going beyond all worldly things, attachment. They are very hard. And when it comes to compassion, they are softer than a flower. So this is the most very well-known definition of a devotee. So Bhagavan here says, Main me taalundidum melliyar. Bhagavan was very compassionate to his mother Azhagammal. But when it came to attachment, due to attachment to Bhagavan as son, he didn't budge. She tried her level best to contact Bhagavan as her son. In that aspect, Bhagavan never moved. And one day she started crying, weeping. Bhagavan said, Nanna azhu. He said, you cry, very well cry, I like when you cry. And when she completely surrendered to that higher ideal, she never looked at Bhagavan as her son, but as Guru, as Sadguru. And then Bhagavan became a son. He started behaving to her like a son, serving her, looking after her, even praying for her well-being to Arunachala when she was physically not well. He wrote a song to Arunachala that let her not drop her body before she realizes the self. That is the import of the song. Where he says, let her not drop her body, let her burn her body in the fire of jnanam before this physical fire burns her body. That is the essence of that song. So, Vajradapi kathorani, hard than diamond. Mriduni kusumadapi, very, very soft, softer than flower. This you can see with many, many devotees and many masters also. So this is the essence of this song. Such great beings, Arunachala are your treasure. And Melliyar also means all the great qualities. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukakshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishyaha mayarpitamano buddhi yomad bhaktas same priya. Such a great devotee is dear to me. What is the qualities in that devotee? The first quality is no hatred. Not possible to hate anyone. Hatred is impossible. And then maitraha, friendliness, friendship with all. Then compassion, karuna. Nirmama, no I and mine. Nirmamo nirahankara, no arrogance. Samadukka sukakshami. Whether it is happiness or pain, he looks at it as sama. Santushta satatam yogi. Very contented. Like this, many divine qualities are enlisted. The devotee who has all these qualities, he is dear to me, says Bhagavan. So, Menmayutrana is such, because of such great beings around you. So many Mahatmas are living here. Because of them, Arunachala, you are great. Kanakama once used to quote some Tamil song. Once she quoted a song, I don't remember the song, where it comes, you go to some place, something is special in some place. You go to Kanchipuram, you will get this silk. Like that, many places there are some special thing. So too in Tiruvannamalai, what is cheap? What will you get cheaper? And the song says you will get Jivanmuktas, very cheap. So that is Arunachala, Andi Peritta Annamalai. That is a very well-known saying. Arunachala is full of sadhus. Andi means sadhus. So, மேன்மேல் தாழ்ந்திடும் மெல்லியர் சேர்ந்து நீ மேன்மை உற்றனை என் அருணாச்சலா. Next song, மைமயல் நீத்து அருள் மையினால் உனது உண்மை வசம் ஆக்கினே அருணாச்சல. Here I am recollecting some incident 2 days before Ganeshana told me regarding some other aspect. He spoke about that renunciation, where Vishwanatha Swami, one of the direct disciples of Bhagavan, who absorbed many of Bhagavan's mannerisms, like his mauna, like his silence, that grandeur, Gambhirya, it was all there in him. Vishwanatha Swami and told Ganeshana that in those days a person can live 1 month with 30 rupees sufficiently. Run a family. And I can, if I wish, I can earn 100 rupees a day. But I didn't want to do that. I left it and came to Bhagavan. But what did Bhagavan made me do? Bhagavan said, Vishwanatha, go to the streets of Arunachala and beg. அங்கே போய் பிச்சை எடு. Bhagavan gave training to all his close disciples, this great sadhana of taking bhiksha in the streets of Arunachala, where Shiva has taken bhiksha. Even now, during Kartikeya Deepam, one form of Shiva is this Bhikshadana Murti, where he comes to take bhiksha in every shop. And every house around Arunachala. So, Bhagavan also took bhiksha. And that Bhikshadana is called Nakkan. Means he is naked. Shiva walks as naked form. And Murugana wrote about Bhagavan also as a naked Bhikshadana. Bhikshu. Nakkarahi nayandu ramanare pukku pichai pulambit tirivaden. You are wandering in the streets of Arunachala asking for bhiksha as a naked sadhu. Nakkarahi nayandu ramanare pukku pichai pulambit tirivaden. So, this is a sacred thing to take bhiksha, and Shankaracharya says bhiksha ushadham. It is medicine for the disease called hunger. Kshud vyadhisya chigitsyatam pratidinam bhikshaushadham bhujyatam. Muruganar was also a great scholar. He gave up everything, came here. After some days, ashram cannot accommodate everyone always. So they said you have to look after yourself. And Muruganar was a very mellier, very tender person. Not a very bold person. Very sensitive, very tender, very poetical. He felt very sad, in fact, somewhat anxious. What will I do? So he came to Bhagavan, Bhagavane, Ashramathula சாப்பிட முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லிவிட்டா. They have told that I cannot take food in ashram. என்ன பண்றது? What can I do? பிச்சைதான் எடுக்கணும். As a complaint, he said, Bhagavan, what can I do? I have to take bhiksha. ரொம்ப நல்லது ஓய். Bhagavan said, it is wonderful. It is good. Then Bhagavan said, he gave training to Muruganar. The only, Bhagavan has not given training to anybody how to do who am I. He has not given training how to do japa. The only training that Bhagavan gave is to how to take bhiksha in which street in Tiruvannamalai. Because the only thing that he considered important other than Atma Vichara is food. So, to keep yourself alive. So he said, go and take bhiksha in this street, in this street, in this street. And when you take bhiksha, you are like a Chakravarti, like an emperor, Samrat, not depending on anybody, not depending on money also. So, that aspect of freedom, that swatantrata, the person lives in such a way that bhiksha also, they call it madhukari bhiksha. Madhukara means the honeybee. The honeybee goes to a flower, but it will not put its entire weight on the flower and give difficulty to the flower. like that, the sadhu also, when he goes and takes bhiksha in a house, he should not give any trouble to that householder. Such a soft way, he collects his livelihood from there, so that is mellier. Mellier also means such sadhus who don't make themselves felt by their existence. Such sadhus are Arunachala, your treasure, your diamonds. Now, the next song Bhagavan says, Maimayil Neethu Arul Mayinal Unadu Unmai Vasham Akine Arunachala. Entire Aksharamanamalai is a gratitude, song of gratitude to Arunachala, where Bhagavan is expressing how Arunachala bestowed that highest state on him, that state of absolute realization on him. So here, Unmai Vasham Akine Arunachala. Arunachala, you pulled me towards yourself, made me one with you. You made me realize the Unmai, Satyam, that truth, that changeless principle. Unmai Vasham Akine Arunachala. Satyam is one name for Brahma. Satyam is Atma. If you say Krishna, Shiva, if you say Shiva, Vaishnavites will say we are Vishnu Bhaktas. If you say Vishnu, they will say Shiva. Shiva Bhaktas will say we are Shiva Bhaktas. Or some other religious people will say Christianity, Islam, we don't accept. Buddhism, we don't accept. But if you say Satyam, nobody can deny. No one can say that our religious principle is not Satyam. Nobody can deny it. So, Mai, Unmai, existence. That existence, Unmai means existence, Ulladu, Unmai, that which is within, that which is ever felt in our heart as our own existence, as I am. It is so simple, utterly simple. Everything else I have to open the eyes and see, or listen through the ears, or touch, or taste. But my own existence, I don't need the senses. My own existence, I don't need the mind or even intellect to confirm. It shines forth by its own light as I am. Even in a dark room, I know I am. And that feeling of my own existence is Unmai. It is what Bhagavan calls as Unmai. That which exists shines forth. Sattvabhasika chitkvavetara sattayahi chit chittayahi aham. Sat, chit, aham. All synonymous. Sat is existence, chit is awareness, and aham. Aham is awareness, it is chit. All of us are feeling this aham, aham, aham. It is awareness, it is chit. It is pure consciousness, ever shining forth within as our own real nature. This is Unmai. Vasham Akkinai. Bhagavan says, you made me look at this Unmai, and you made my mind completely absorbed in that Unmai. Unmai Vasham. Atma Vasham. Vashi. In Gita also this term is used. Vasham. Atma Vashyaihi Vidheyatma Prasadam Adhigachati. So Atma Vasha means in the hand of Atma or in the power of Atma, in the lap of Atma. So you have completely made me withdraw the mind and made it abide in the self. Unmai Vasham Akkinai Arunachala. How? Mayal Nithu. By removing Mayal here means delusion. Delusion of I, mine. This is English my. My. This mayal nith, same no? Same in Tamil also here. Mayal nith. I also in Tamil is very interesting. It's not actually in Tamil, it is there in Sanskrit also. The word I, in the dictionary you go and see what I means. I means God, Shiva. From that only, in Tamil, they started addressing others as Ayya, Ayyar, Ayyan, etc. So this I is always a respectable thing, a divine thing. There is one nama for Divine Mother, Ayyai Namaha. It comes in Lalita Sahasranama, Ayyai Namaha. So I is her name. So, Mayal, this delusion, neath, you removed the delusion. How did you remove? Mayinal, by May. May means what? Nobody uses May now. It is usually translated as Collyrium. They have translated it as Collyrium. I don't think anyone knows what it is. People are using that. Something you put in the eyes. Of course, in Tamil Nadu it is very common. India it is very common, but English usage, people I doubt whether people are using that name. Are you using that name? Eyeliner, okay, but Collyrium you are using? No, I don't think so. So Collyrium, pronunciation is correct? That is also doubtful, because they wonder whether it is what it is. So this Collyrium, there is a magical Collyrium. You put that and you look at the ground, you see treasure, hidden treasure. Don't ask me. We have given some Collyrium. Yesterday, day before yesterday, Arunachala's Kartika Deepam Collyrium. You put that, you see everywhere Arunachala. If you are not seeing, you don't have bhakti. Now it is your responsibility. You put that Collyrium. If you are putting that Collyrium here, that is different. Put it in the eyes. Wherever you look, you see Arunachala. Guru Kripa Anjana Payo Mere Pahi. Kabir sings. Guru Kripa Anjana. Put the Anjana of Guru Kripa. Collyrium of Guru Kripa. Then you see Rama everywhere, he says. Jagrati Rama, Swapani Rama. In the waking state also Rama, in the dream also Rama. Everywhere Rama. Jit deko tit tu. Wherever I look, there you are. Everywhere you are. So this is the Jnananjana Shalaka. There is another word. Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First line is Ajnana Timirandhasya. Timira means cataract. Timira is darkness. In Ayurvedic term, it is cataract. Because of this Ajnana cataract, you are not able to see, behold the truth. So you need a surgery, cataract surgery. And in Ayurveda, surgery is Shalakya Chikitsa. Shalakya Chikitsa means a surgery with Shalaka. Shalaka means small, this, even when they were giving you that Arunachala Mai, Collyrium, they were putting a small stick there. That is Shalaka. And with that Shalaka, you apply this Anjana here. So that is Shalakya. Like that, surgery also is being done with a small Shalaka. So that is Shalakya Chikitsa. So this Shalaka you use, and this Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. With the Anjana of Jnanam and with that Shalaka, Chakshuhu Unmilitam. The eyes are opened. Although eyes are opened, you don't see the truth. Now the cataract is removed, then you see wherever you look, it is all Brahman. It is all Brahman. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Atmaivedam Sarvam. Wherever you look, it is all Atma. So Ajnana is removed. Mayal Neet. Delusion is removed. How? Mayinal. By the May, by Collyrium, by the Anjana of Jnanam. Arul Mayinal, by the Collyrium of grace. Arunachala bestowed his grace and opened the eyes. Here eye means what? The inner eye, the attention. Once Bhagavan used this terminology, that eye is opened, then doctor said, he asked Bhagavan, is it E-Y-E-I or I? Bhagavan said it is I. Because the inner eye is made to see. See, that is a wonder, no? Something which is very intimate to you, very close to you, and you fail to observe it, ignore, going on ignoring it for so many births. You are looking at this, that, everything. Why not something which is so intimate? Intimate means in Sanskrit Upanishad. Upa means nearby. Nishidati means sits. It is sitting very near. That is so intimate, so nearby, and you fail to observe it. And the most nearby thing, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, what is the inner Upanishad? And the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Aham iti Upanishad. It says, the simplest definition for Upanishad is Aham. Aham iti Upanishad. I wonder many have not observed this mantra in the Brihadaranyaka, which says Aham iti Upanishad. What is experienced as I am, it is Upanishad. It is the most intimate thing which is already there, given to you, which is available to you, which is the greatest treasure. And why you fail to look at it? Why you are not looking at it? You are looking outside. And this extroversion is Mayal. This extroversion of the mind, Bahyakara apahrita chittatva, as Shankaracharya puts it. The mind is being fascinated by outer things. The mind is fascinated by outer things. It is running outside. And grace means what? Kripa means what? The power of Ishwara, which gives an inner turn to the mind. Antarmukhata. That is the rarest thing. Without a guru like Bhagavan, without a place like Arunachala, without getting truly initiated, without that spiritual energy available to you, mind will not become introverted. You will get all knowledge, all insights, brilliance. But this introversion will not happen. This introversion is turning inward, is what the Guru does. Sankarshana Murti. He is called Sankarshana Murti. We have Akarshana and Vikarshana. He is Sankarshana. This Akarshana is attraction, Vikarshana is repulsion. Sankarshana means the extroverted mind is pushed inward, towards the center. Pratyak Drishti, turned inward to the heart. So that is being done, Mayal Nit, this ignorance in the form of extroversion. This delusion about outer things, other things. Fascination for the other is Mayal. This is removed by Vairagya, and then the message comes, what you are seeking is within you. Turn inward. Arul Mayinal. This Arul May means Śraddhā. Śraddhā is grace. Atma, when self bestows its grace, then self is known. Yame Vaisha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tasya Esha Atma Vivrunute Tanum Swam. As the Upanishad says, to whomever the Atma bestows his grace, to him Atma is known. And what is this Atma's sign of grace? Sign of grace is Śraddhā. Your attention is turned inward. The Guru Tattvam is ever incessantly emanating that power, but there are moments when you are not receptive. The Guru will wait and wait and wait till you receive that power, by which the extroverted mind is turned towards the aham. Somewhere somebody has translated it, I don't remember who did it. It is not introversion, it is some other term they used. That is turning towards I. Innering is my own terminology. It is ulhal in Tamil. It's a innering. It's innering. So it's turning towards the I current. Many who were very close, very sensitive, mystically sensitive people, meditative people, they wrote about Bhagavan's Sannidhi, presence. That the current of the I current was very palpable in that presence. It is something which is really like a electric current. You touch it, you are initiated. The moment inwardly you touch it, you come in contact with that current, that stream. You know, in Buddhism they have a peculiar term. They call it stream winner. They give some other meaning for that. But if you use it in Bhagavan's terminology, one who has entered the inner stream. Introversion is not simply that you have some imaginary thing to hold in the mind. Here introversion means turning towards the I. Your attention is turned towards the current of aham, I within. For the first time, inwardly you wonder about your own existence. This is Śraddhā, no? Nachiketas, that small boy. He was serving his father in a Yagashala, where sacrifice was happening, yaga was happening. within that duration, that spot, suddenly something entered him. The Upanishad says, Śraddhā avivesha. You know, Bhagavan also, when he had this death experience, Bhagavan also uses the same term. He says avesham. He uses the word avesham. Something possessed me. And there was a strange fascination for the mind to follow the I thought. These are all completely Bhagavan's words. There was a strange fascination for the mind to follow the I thought. So this is Arul, this is grace. Here, really that Shiva Diksha has happened. This is Shiva Diksha. Here, inwardly, Shankaracharya in one of the commentaries uses a peculiar term where he says Ishwara Sharira Samsarga. Says the mind, the attention comes in contact with Ishwara Sharira. Yate Rudra Shiva Tanuhu Shiva Vishwaha Bheshaji. Hey Shiva, hey Rudra, that profound auspicious body of you, when the inner attention touches that, one is perfectly healed because it is the greatest medicine. It heals him of all the maladies of ignorance. It cures him of all this problem of samsara roga. Maymayal neeth. So removing this disease of ignorance, ajnana, by the power of jnanam, mayinal, by the collyrium of jnanam, unmai vasham akine Arunachala. Here mayal is identifying with the body. In Bhagavan's case, how did Arunachala remove that death experience? I am going to die. Completely making him, Bhagavan's language, absolutely naked. That is, removing the body, removing the mind, removing the ego. Shirai Ajittu Nirvanamai Sedu. In that death experience, he was made to see that state. Bhagavan preferred to guide us by making us look at the deep sleep. On that day in Madurai, he had that Nirvikalpa Samadhi. All the Vikalpas were removed and that which is pure, Kimapi Satata Bodham, Kevala Ananda Rupam, Nirupamam, Ativelam, Nityamuktam, Niriham, Niravadhi Gaganabham, Nishkalam, Nirvikalpam, Hridi Kalayati Vidwan, Brahma, Purnam Samadhav. In Vivekachudamani, in the most beautiful language, Shankaracharya is revealing what the jnani experiences in his heart. So there he says, kimapi satata bodham, something which is constant awareness. And what is its nature? Kevala ananda rupam. It is of the non-dual bliss or peace. Can you give some example? Nirupamam, incomparable. Ativelam, it is boundless, beyond all boundaries, beyond all limitations. Nityamuktam, you touch it, then you find that it is eternally free. Not that you have become free now. Niriham, no desire can touch it. Niravadhigaganabham, it is like the boundless space, like akasha, like sky. Nishkalam, no part for it. Nirvikalpam, no disturbance in it. In such a state, the knower realizes that something in his heart during that samadhi. This Bhagavan had in Madurai. And woke up from it fully aware of that kimapi satata bodha. With the constant awareness of that something which he called like Shruti note behind the music. The raga will change, the tala will change, the Shruti is same. Like that, the changeless principle behind all the changing things. With that awareness, he woke up. But he preferred to tell us that you can have the same thing by contemplating on deep sleep also, you can get the knowledge. The same thing is happening to everyone in deep sleep every day, but unconscious. You are not conscious. Body is removed, mind is removed, ego is removed, world is removed. There is no I thought there, mayal, it's all removed, but there is great fulfillment. Some most healing feeling. And then the question will come, so let us sleep. Far from it. It is not by sleeping. By contemplating on that state. Absolutely wakeful. Don't allow sleep to disturb you. Don't allow any entertainment to disturb you. Constantly hold on to that inner awareness, says Shankaracharya. Nidrayaha, lokavartayaha, by gossip, by thinking about worldly things. Shabdadehe apivismrtehe, by entertainment also. Kvachinna avasaram dattva, not giving even a little bit of chance for such things to enter. Chintaya atmanam atmani, constantly hold on to Atma, yourself, your real nature within. Hold on to it within. So this Bhagavan did. The death experience was the blow of grace. Vajranipata of Shiva. It is the blow of grace, Shaktipatha. We call it Shaktipatha. Shaktipatha, there are many forms of Shaktipatha, but the highest Shaktipatha is what happened to Bhagavan. Shakti of Shiva descended on him, finished him. Over. The highest jnana was established in that he recognized That is the greatness. That moment he recognized that you can take away my body, you can take away my mind, you can take away my intellect, you can take away myself, but I do not lose what I am really. You cannot take away what I am in actually, and that is Unmai Vasham. Unmai Vasham. In the Unmai, he was established in Unmai, in truth, in Satyam. Everything else, the death experience, negated, negation. Neti, 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 neti. That is why we say Shiva is available in cremation ground. And Kashi is called the great Smashana, Maha Smashana. Tiruvannamalai is all Smashana only. We are all sitting in cremation ground. Dig, you will get something. Underneath, everywhere. So in this Mahasmashana, he is dancing. Sadanjita, Mudanjita, Nikunchita Patam, Chala Chalan Chalita Manju Katakam. That song is Patanjali. It says Patanjali Driganjanam. What we are speaking now. Patanjali Driganjanam. He is the Collyrium for Patanjali's eyes. Patanjali Driganjanam, Ananjanam. All the covering, veil is removed. When that Anjanam was put, the veil that covered the self is removed. Patanjali Driganjanam Ananjanam, Achanjalapatam Janana Bhanjana Karam. When that was removed, what is there? Achanjalapatam. Sadanjidam, Kadambarujim, Ambaravasam. Oh, he is wearing a dress. What is his dress? His dress is sky. Space is his dress. Kadambarujim, Ambaravasam, Paramam. Chidambudhi Manim, Buddha Hridambuja Ravim, Para Chidambara Natam Hridi Bhaja. Chidambudhi Manim. Chidambudhi means ocean of consciousness. And he is the jewel that is retrieved from the ocean of consciousness. Chidambudhi Manim, Buddha Hridambuja Ravim. He is shining forth as the splendorous sun in the heart of a realized person. Buddha Hridambuja Ravim Parachidambara Natam Hridi Bhaja. That dancer in Chidambaram worship. Sadanjita Mudanjita Nikunchita Patam Chala Chalan Chalita Manchu Katakam Patanjani Driganjana Mananjana Machanchala Patam Janana Bhanjana Karam. You realize him? Janana Bhanjana Karam. All the Janana, birth, death, all this ignorance is removed. So, Mayal Nithu, Arul Mayinal, Unadu Unmai Vasham Akine Arunachala. Arunachala, you pulled me towards your Unmai, your true stature, your true nature. And all this I, mine, all this ignorance was completely rooted out. And you bestowed me the highest stature, made me Samrat, and somebody, you give some graduation. Actually, what do? Some coat is given, some cap, right? And they will call all their parents to see. My son is getting his degree. So, with he is given all, what do you say for that? Graduation, okay. Convocation, right. Like that, Arunachala also gave a convocation to Bhagavan. Mottai adittanai vetta veliyil ni Nattamadinayan Arunachala. Bhagavan said, my beloved Arunachala gave me a convocation. What is the convocation? Mottai adithu, tonsuring the head. Arunachala's grace. Bhagavan had no idea. He had no idea of tonsuring. He came here absolutely mad in inundation. And in Ayyankulan tank, some barber came to him, Swami Mottai adikitma. He asked, may I shave your head? Arunachala arranged for that. And simply, actually, those who know the tradition, those who have come here, this generation, they will not know. But in those days, no barber will ask a Brahmin boy, may I tonsure your head? Even now, Brahmins do not know that. Those who are traditional Brahmins, they will not tonsure their head either in Tirupati or in Payani. For the information of Brahmins also, this is important. You are not allowed, permitted to do mundanam either in Tirupati or Payani or any place. It is not advised. That tonsuring is only before what they call Chaula Karma. After the Chaula Karma, the Shika it is there. It is tonsured only when the person takes sannyasa. And I know many stories where a Brahmin boy went to Tirupati or Payani and tonsured his head, and his family people did not allow him to enter the house. Very orthodox people. They did not allow him to enter the house. So no barber will ask. So that barber is a special barber sent by Arunachala, because Kritva Sashikavapanam Chitva Yajnartham Adridam Sutram Svikrita Paramahamsyaha Suchiram Pravicharaya Atmanaha Tattvam. This Upadesha is given only to the sannyasi, to the bhikshu. What should the bhikshu do? Chitva Kritva Sashika Vapanam. The shika, the tuft. Along with the tuft, Vapanam, shaving is given. And then Chitva Yajnartham Adridam Sutram. This Upanayana, which is for Yajna, and that is cut. Chitva Yajnartham Adridam Sutram Svikrita Paramahamsyaha. He has accepted the Paramahamsa Dharma. Svikrita Paramahamsyaha Pravicharaya. Now inquire. Do vichara. Atmanaha Tattvam. Atma Tattvam. You do vichara because you don't need any disturbance either from the world or from the other world. Given up everything. Ihamutra phalabhoga viraga. Here also dispassionate about the other world also. Worldly life also given up, Vedic life also given up. Karma Kanda is given up. So only for such people, this tonsuring is prescribed, not for others. But Arunachaleshwara gave a mundana samskara to Bhagavan. This is called Shirovratam. The Upanishad says this is Shirovratam. Mundaka Upanishad, it is there. Those who have done the Shirovratam, to them give this Upanishad, teach this Upanishad. That is the prescribed manner in which these Upanishads are given. Those who have done this Shirovratam, to them this Upanishadic teaching is given. So this is Shirovratam. Shirovratam also means another. Shira means Upanishad. And those who study the Upanishads in the prescribed manner, That is Shirovratam. So, this Mottai Adithu, hair is completely cut, means all ignorance is removed. Ahankara is removed. Mottai Adithu, Vettaveli. Vettaveli means infinite space. Vettaveliyil ni nattamadinai, in that Chidakasha, in the Chidambaram, Arunachala, you danced. The meaning is very clear. All the desires are removed, and in that heart, that Shiva is dancing as Aham, 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 revealing as pure consciousness, as pure self. Sannyasa ashrama, they do mottai adikil. When Swamiji used to say, one boy came to him, Swami, can you give me sannyasa? One youngster, young person. The Swami said, why do you want to take sannyasa? No, I feel I want to take sannyasa. But I don't want to tonsure my head. Modern sannyasis, many people, they don't tonsure. There itself you can see the difference also. Sharira Abhimana is in the head. So that Shastra said, because of that, Shastra prescribed certain methods. You cannot grow hair as you like. They said, if it is Grihastha Ashrama, that Shika, and Shika also this type, that type, they all prescribed, and such a day only you can do the tonsuring, shaving. We will wonder why all these prescriptions. Because you need not any more think about it. That is the principle behind it. You need not any more think about it. You have no choice that I should be like this, looking at the mirror for hours together. Nothing. So this is why that is being prescribed. So anyway, so Mottai Adithu means renunciation, true renunciation, Tyaga. And then the person is established in Vettavali, Chidakasha. Nattamadinai means constantly experienced. Shiva is dancing means constantly experienced. In Arunachala. Arunachala, you made me renounce. Renunciation, people ask about renunciation. Recently, one devotee was talking about it. Renunciation done by us can never be perfect. We say, I renounce this, I renounce that. That samskara will remain. That vasana will remain. Renunciation is Ishwara avatara in your life. Humanly not possible. In Bhagavata, there is a Vibhuti Adhyaya. While Krishna is giving the teaching to Uddhava, Vibhuti means special manifestation. Where he says, I am this, I am that, like that. There in two places Krishna says, Ashramanam aham turyaha. In one place he says, Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, Vanapastha ashrama, Sannyasa ashrama. Krishna tells Uddhava, amongst the ashramas, I am the fourth. That means what? It is not, you cannot attain it. Even though we take ochre robe or mundanam, etc., unless he enters the heart, that sannyasa ashrama will not become perfect. So outward sannyasa alone will not do. It is his will. So ashramanam aham turya. Another place he says, dharmanam asmi sannyasah. Dharma. What is dharma? Generally dharma means doing something good. People call it dharma. The more you do good, more dharma. But Krishna says giving up, not doing is the greatest dharma. Coming out of all karma, doership, dharmanam asmi sannyasa. Renunciation is the greatest dharma. So amongst dharmas, I am renunciation. Amongst ashramas, I am the fourth. So this is humanly done, not humanly done. So Bhagavan says, Arunachala made me do that. Bhagavan never prescribed sannyasa to anybody. When devotees used to ask also Bhagavan, plead to him, Bhagavan, give me sannyasa. Bhagavan said, why should you take sannyasa? Shall I leave my family? He said, what have they done? Now you think you are a grihastha. After renunciation, you will think you are a sannyasi. Both places you are identifying with the body. Then the devotee asked, then why did you renounce? He questioned, why did you become a sannyasi? Bhagavan said, if the power that has made me do that has also pulled you, you will not be asking like this. That is the answer. If the power that entered my life has entered your life, then you will not ask like this. That is what Bhagavan says, Shirai Ajit. All the free will is being removed. Self-effort is removed. Possessions are taken away. Bhagavata we see that great emperor Mahabali, that Vamana enters and takes away everything. And Mahabali says, this is greatest blessing. Oh Bhagavan, who will bless like this? Neither mother nor father nor anyone can bless like this. Tvamnaha asuranam parokshaf paramo guruhu. You are our greatest guru. Because you are blessing us by removing things, taking away things. By giving, you can never make a person full. By taking away, greatest blessing. Krishna tells Uddhava, Uddhava, I love you so much. You are my beloved. His disciple Uddhava, Krishna tells, from childhood they were together. So he says, you are dear to me than Brahma, you are dear to me than Shiva, you are dear to me than Mahalakshmi, my own consort, you are dear to me than myself. Hence, I want to give you the greatest thing that is possible. And Uddhava asks what it is. We will also wonder what Bhagavan used to go in to give. He said, give up everything and go away. As Bhagavan told Vishwanatha Swami, he said, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu. All this attachment to your relatives, this, that. Mayaveshya manas samyak. Your mind is completely established in me. Samadrik vichara swagam. As Samadarshi, move about. Is this blessing? Is this anugraha? At the right time, Bhagavan gave this to Uddhava. Because now everything will be, whether you give up or not, things will go away from you. So this is the time you now realize the self and be established in the self and move about, wander about as a Jivanmukta, as a liberated being. So here Bhagavan says, Arunachala bestowed on me this state. Mottai adithanai vettaveliyil ni nattam adinai en Arunachala. Making my head clean shaven. You danced in ecstasy, in the pure space of the heart, in supreme bliss. So this is the 85th verse. When Rangan, Bhagavan's friend, childhood friend, he speaks about Bhagavan's life, used to say that Bhagavan's presence itself made people renounce. So much of that fragrance of renunciation was around Bhagavan. So many, in a haste, tried to give up. Ganesha also told many stories like that. And Bhagavan always said no. But those who were ripe enough to do that, Bhagavan completely appreciated and looked at them, watched at their life very carefully. Swami Nadarananda says Bhagavan will be watchful, completely watchful at them, very careful about their life. But generally he never allowed any people to take a decision in haste. So Rangan, he had so much trouble in his family life. One day he was alone with Bhagavan in Skandashram, night time. He told Bhagavan, Bhagavan, I will also become like you. Renounce. You know what Bhagavan said, all those hills you see, they are very beautiful from a distance. This is what he said. The hill is very beautiful from a distance. But when you go there, there will be horrible creatures, all kind of difficulties, many things will be there. Only this much he told. So when you look at my life, you will think I am absolutely free of all these problems. Many times Bhagavan used to express this. So compassionately used to say, somebody asked, may I give up my home and come here? Bhagavan said, see, I left my home and came here. What you see here? Big family. Such a huge family, he said. Why should you give up? Stay there and know yourself and be detached. That is what is wanted. So this he said. To many he told like that. So Rangan also he said, because Bhagavan knew that in Bhagavan's opinion, Jnanam has to bring renunciation, not the otherwise. Of course, prarabdha, certain people will have as prarabdha to outward renunciation. Sometimes outward renunciation will happen, jnanam will not happen. Vidyaranya Swami speaks about this. Outwardly they will renounce, but they will not attain jnanam. What will happen to them? Vidyaranya says, they will attain higher worlds. Certain people have jnanam, but not complete vairagya, backed by vairagya. They have clarity. We know many cases like that. They have clarity, they have jnanam, but they do not have that purity of renunciation around them. They will not have the fullest joy of spiritual life here. So whom we call Jivanmukta is, his jnanam is absolutely clear, renunciation is perfect, dispassion is perfect, no disturbance, outward disturbances are all gone, then that jnanam is called as Jivanmukti. This is Vidyaranya Swami speaks in Jivanmukti Viveka. Such a state Bhagavan calls as Mottayadit, completely removing all obstacles. Vettaveli means the Atma, self, the boundless space. Nattamadinai means your experience shown forth. You are dancing in my heart, Arunachala, as aham, 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 aham. So this is Mottayadittanai Vettaveliyilni Nattamadinai in Arunachala. This we will see, continue tomorrow also. Tomorrow we have the concluding session. This year Aksharamanamalai, the same time, Mottayadittu. We will conclude tomorrow. We had a really a wonderful satsanga. We will conclude tomorrow in auspicious way. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva.